Good morning and welcome to my weekly Sunday talk. And today I'm doing this Sunday talk is from my home, um, as well as everyone is at home. I'm also at my home most of the time. Other than I was walking around when there's not many people around on the roadside. Other than that, most of the time I'm also at home. So then that's why I'm doing this Sunday talk from home. So since everyone is in the practice of social distance and everyone is struggling with fear, and some of you also might struggling with maybe uneasiness. So everything is not comfortable these days. So I'm sorry for that, and I wish this kind of struggle will go away as soon as possible. And by the way, for me myself, the social distance is not that hard. I don't know other people. Everyone is different. Then in that case, for me myself, social distance is not that hard to practice because our monastery life, my monastery life is kind of very social, in a very social distance. So then that is a different. That is my individual story. But think about other things. When I was in India, and I was told by someone from Sikkim. Sikkim is kind of east west sort of India, maybe more East India, I think, and they have issues there. It's long time ago, maybe like 8 years ago, maybe around 8 years ago, I think. Then they have issues, political issues, and the whole area is called Darjeeling. Locked down, shut down for like months and months. And the people are saying this is kind of very normal thing for there. It's always shutting down like that. And then maybe other part of India is still going like that way, like in the far north. But this country is different. Maybe you might haven't had that kind of issues like in few decades. So I'm sorry for that. But it's still, maybe first day, second day is hard. That you will adapt to it and that thing. So here, when I think about disease, especially this disease that spread very easily, you get it easily, and then this remind me lot of teachings of Buddha that use a disease as a metaphor of negative emotions, especially those contagious diseases. So when they use disease as a negative metaphor of negative emotion, then what Shantideva said in his compendium of percept in versa. I think that is translated name of the textbook. He said that Chidar loto zekamna neji shumshi gemengyur. Tedar sanje nyogoya nyemo kemna gemengyur. So he was saying, he was using plant as us, a well living being, a well living beings, and the disease that is contagious for plant used as negative emotions. They say when the plant grows, if plant got disease, and plant cannot grow. Likewise, when you are developing your body, mind, and all this kind of practice that brings you to enlightenment, then you got negative emotions, then you cannot get enlightenment. So this is the meaning of this verse vasa. So lot of bad ideas, lot of bad negative emotions are very similar to this disease. You get it from people, then you can give it to other people. And but where we are doing these things for generation and generation, I'm not saying everyone is a bad person. There are a lot of ignorant people spreading a wrong idea and a wrong concept and misunderstanding, and then a lot of negative emotions are there. Racism, sort of things. So actually these are kind of disease. Disease doesn't need to be only a thing that carried by something called virus or bacteria. No, or these are disease. And this disease, we have one saying is here, like when we're listening about coronavirus, the COVID-19, the virus of COVID-19, we are hearing like that. Some people have symptoms, some people have no symptoms, then you can get it. So if that disease is very scary, you get it without knowing that you are getting that disease by without knowing. You get this disease without knowing. That's why it is so dangerous. think about the bad idea, the attitude of being racist, attitude of being condescending over many things in the social class. So all these are something that you get it without knowing. When you have when you expose with misconcept, horrible attitude, or idea about different people, different country, and different species. These are sort of contagious disease. You get it from people people who are friendly to you. So in the terms of this disease, then that disease is in this world for many, many centuries. They were okay with it. They were fine with it. They will never feel panic about it. Right? We never feel panic about it. We feel that is fine. But what happened? This disease also kill a lot of people. We have wars. Kills a lot of people in a few seconds. It did. In this planet, it happened. Then we are destroying nature. We are, when we are talking about climate change, well, because of drought, a lot of people die without knowing. Not enough food, people die. No water, not only people, a lot of species die. Flood will kill a lot of people. And also fire. All of these kind of things come from what? Come from our negative emotions, the greed, and all these kind of things there. So in that case, I don't think this time we don't have to feel extremely panic about this disease. But I don't mean that we don't need to worry about the disease. We don't need to care about the disease. Surely we have to be cautious. We have to be careful. We have to be something that contribute for our society, our small society, our big society. Right? We have to. But we don't have to feel so much panic, because we already have similar disease that going around, that we are being touched with it, unless you purify or you fix it later on. Otherwise, we are always getting this kind of misconception. So surely no need to be feel really extremely panic. Then other one is scared of dying. So there was a Buddha's teaching saying like that. If you die, if you were dying, or if you die, that is not scary. If you die with a lot of negativities, then that is scary, right? So, that is not that scary, honestly, because everybody have to face it sooner or later. If you die with a lot of negativity, then that is scary, because the story is not finished yet. So, anyway, in that case, it's important to not to get this disease or not to give this disease to other people, but it is not something that you will have to feel really panic. Yeah, so when I say like a negative emotion is disease, and that is contagious, I have example. I was told by someone in the one village. And the beginning of that village was funny. Means like the shape of that village is a little bit weird. So it's like one road and all houses nearby that road. I never been there, I was told. Then the first house, the person changed his window. Then he made his window that on the roadside. He made it really fancy. Put different color and different design. Then after a few months, right? Then the others will start to do same as he. After 1 year, all those houses have similar window as what the first person got it. The first house got it. So something like that, right? So that is sort of disease. When other people have fancy thing, you want to have it, even though you don't need or you don't need it. If it is kind of roof, then that's different. It will help. But this kind of fancy thing, when one person have it, then all rest of people want to have it. So that is disease, in my understanding. Then hatred, hate crime is also outcome of disease. So in that case, only COVID-19 is really contagious and easily spreading disease. There are a lot of easily spreading mental illness. Then in that case, no need to freaking out from that. I don't. I hope you guys will not do. But there's no reason. There's no reason to feel that. There is reason to be careful. There is reason to help other. This time is so funny. You can do a sort of weird thing this time, like you can help others by doing nothing, right? You can help others by doing nothing. You want to help other people, maybe stop to go closer to them. If you want to help other people, don't hang around in many places where you don't have to go. I personally a bad shopper. When I went to buy something, I touch everything that I want or not. Then I want to check all these things in the supermarket. Then I go here and there, then compare the price and all these kind of crazy things I do normally. But this time, I not try to do it because I don't want to go to those many places where I am not, it's not necessary for me to go. So what I'm trying to do is go straight there and get what I need, then come back. Then I only go out to buy something that I really necessarily do need, right? So like reducing your the hanging around in the market in these kind of places, and not visiting many people will help them in other in the terms of not spreading disease. So this time you can help a lot of people doing nothing. So then it's really important to help this time. You also can help others by doing something, right? Make a phone call for them, but don't call too many times. Just make a phone call for them and check with them. Maybe to tell them when need call you, and you can inform your friends through now use the Facebook Facebook or all these social media or text message or Snapchat or whatever you are using. Reach them and inform them with real information. Then you can help for some people to read, right? By reading poem, right? Just record it and send it. Reading poem, and telling stories. All these kind of things you can do to help others. And then also check with people who are close to you, especially elderly people. They might need your help. I really appreciate. I heard a lot of stores, and they open a special hour for elderly people. That is so nice. And not so you can help for them. Or sometimes you also can help through a physical visit if it's necessary. But be careful, right? You might have to wear gloves and cover your mouth. You have to do it. Nobody should get upset. Somebody is walking a little far from you and covering their face and hand, right? Should not, because people who are doing this, these are nice people this time. And then in the terms of staying in the home, a lot of people feel uncomfortable when they were told not to go out. Especially, they could not follow their regular routine, their routine life. Then it's kind of weird and feel like now what to do and then what can I do? I have a lot of time, they might think that way. And some people might do a lot of fight at home since everybody is at home. So in that case, it's not, don't worry about because we were outside for many, many years and many, many days. But this time we got kind of, chance to stay at home and talk to your family. And maybe this is good. You will not get this kind of opportunity again. So have fun at home. Some you can, if you have no family, when you are alone, maybe only few people there, right? So then surely you might have to go out to buying food or these kind of things. The rest of the day that you are at home, and you can do a lot of things. We always complain that we cannot sleep in the morning. Not sleep in the morning, late, right? Then eat well, and then write something about your dream, write poem, write article, then read, study, and make a note from there. Then if you have a special dream to plan, then plan. Surely you can do a lot of things. No need to feel you no need to worry about feel bored or something like that. As always I mention, virus will not come to your house by knocking your door. So in that case, enjoy indoor, and especially when you are young. If you are young, you might feel like, oh, I like to go outside, need to do these things, parties and like picnics, all these kind of things come in your head. Just think about it. When we are outside, we like to stay indoor. Sometimes your parents, if you are young people, your parents ask you to go outside. You don't want to go outside. You want to watch movies or like TV show or whatever is on TV. You want to watch it. You don't want to go outside. And then maybe you are playing game. You don't want to go outside, right? So then sometimes your parents have to force you to go outside. That is one issue. Now then people say now don't go outside. So now do what is in your head, right? You want to stay home, then you write earlier time to do those things. Read Harry Potter, big book, this kind of endless book. So a lot of things you can do. Then learn new language. That is fun thing to do. Then if you are enough to understand Dharma teaching, then that is the best time to read Dharma teaching. Nobody will disturb you. Read it, write it, right? Read it, write the notes on it. then that is the best time. Then a bunch of teachings on YouTube and other resources, get those things. So in that case, surely it's not big deal to stay at home. Where people have, where human beings have very weird behavior, when where we are told not to do, we feel like we want to do. That is awkward, Nowadays, when people say stay at home, and people who don't do exercise all the time feel like they want to do exercise. People who doesn't want to go to a park, they feel like they want to go to park. People don't want to go to shopping, then now they feel like they want to go for shopping. And that is really, kind of weird our behavior. So you might feel that, you might like to go to the place where you are not supposed, you are told not to go. But to be aware of this kind of our strange behavior. Sometimes we like to register for sort of lifetime or this kind of gym places. Then after we register there, they will go only once or 2 times there in a month. They will didn't go more than that. Right? So something like that. When you are told not to do it, then you feel like you want to do it, right? So then exercise you can do at home. And then other one is loneliness. The loneliness, if you stay at home by yourself, doesn't mean that you feel lonely and you are lonely. You are lonely when you have nobody to contact, to talk, right? Being in one house doesn't mean lonely. There are a lot of practitioners in Tibet and India. They stay by themselves for like 3 years, 9 years. So they never feel they are lonely. So that thing. Sometimes somebody told you you are alone and you might feel lonely. You feel like that you are lonely. And then somebody told you, oh, you are so poor, it's so sad, you are in miserable situation. Then you feel like that you are in miserable situation. Before somebody told you, you don't feel it, right? So there's no reason to feel it, even though they told you. So this kind of our behavior. So I was talking a lot. As I mentioned earlier, I couldn't remember when I started this talk. So in that case, don't be influenced by outside thing, like influenced by telling you not to go outside, and then you are like to go outside. Influenced by somebody told you you might feel lonely, then you feel lonely, or likewise feeling sad. So don't do it, right? Just live like normal life, and then spend your time, and then sleep earlier, and rest enough. That is important. And then still you have time. The best thing is learn something, read something, or then have fun with your family. So this is this all what I want to say today, and thank you very much. And have a rest Sunday with happy family. Thank you.